Hello, and welcome back to Journey Through the Pen. I am Lori, and I'm glad that you're here with me today. Today we're going to talk about how do some people end up in prison. So first I want to talk about I love animals. I tried 3 times to do this video with my dog so you could see my dog, but he's too insane and I couldn't do it. So you're going to have to go to my blog, journeythroughthepen.com, and go to the article that correlates with this and see a picture of him because he's too insane to sit through a video. But I adopted Charlie 12 years ago. He is a mix between a Basset Hound and a Pit Bull. And he has been the most insane and loyal and best friend that I could have asked for. So what does Charlie have to do with how people end up in prison? Well, do you know the top 4 reasons that people will surrender an animal to the Humane Society or to animal control? The top 4 reasons are: number 1 is time, number 2 is money, number 3 is behavior issues, and number 4 is housing issues. So a lot of people don't realize when they adopt a dog that they require a lot of time. They are like a child and they require a lot of time. They cost a lot of money. Some of them have behavior issues. And sometimes when you're renting or if you're moving, some places you go just won't allow you to have an animal, right? So people are a little bit different, but some are similar. So if you think about a child and maybe their parents don't have a lot of time for them. I know a lot of parents work sometimes 2 jobs. I know that a lot of times it's just difficult to give kids the kind of time that they need and to give them guidance. A lot of kids grow up without a very good role model or anybody to kind of give them guidance on, how to be an adult. How to be successful, how to hold your own. So I think that a lot of times these children grow up in homes where parents maybe just don't have time to teach them what they need to know. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that's in prison has bad parents. Please don't read that into what I'm saying. But I think that some of them just didn't have very good role models. They didn't have very good time. So if you don't have a very good role model, then you're going to have behavior issues, right? So maybe these kids that don't have good role models, they maybe act out at school and get in trouble. Maybe they get in trouble at daycare. Maybe they get into fights. But a lot of times I think that children that get into trouble like that are looking for attention. They're missing on getting attention. So they're looking for attention. Money. Charlie costs me a lot of money, and he's just a dog. Children cost a lot of money. And there's a lot of kids in the United States that rely on meals from school. Otherwise, they don't get much in the way of food. And that's just true in America. That's even true. Kids cost a lot of money, and so there may be things like mental health issues that don't get addressed, physical health issues that don't get addressed, that can lead to problems, and housing issues. If we're just honest with each other, people who grow up in lower income housing have a higher tendency to end up in the system one way or another, right or wrong. That's unfortunately what we see. So why are we more likely to help a child or an animal? Nobody likes to see a neglected child or a neglected animal or an abused child or an abused animal. Nobody wants to see that. But I think that what we forget is that the kids who slip through the cracks, the kids who don't get the help that they need when they're growing up, they still grow up. They become adults. And maybe they could become adults with addiction issues. Maybe they become adults that don't have good coping skills. Maybe they don't have good education. Maybe they drop it out of school. Maybe they don't have job skills. And so they lead a life that ends them up in prison. And I think if we think about it, you know, they say that the pit bull dogs are extremely aggressive and dangerous, and they can be. But if you adopt a pit bull and you show it what love is and you raise it that way, and you train it and you take good care of it, you're going to have a really loyal best friend dog. And felons are labeled extremely dangerous, and some of them are. But some of them, if you give them a chance and if you show them love and respect, they will in turn be one of the most loyal and loving friends and people that you will meet. We have to stop being okay with adults that are getting neglected and abused. We're not okay with children or animals being neglected or abused. We as a society have to decide that it's not okay for adults to be abused and neglected either, especially at the hands of the state. The abuse that happens in the prison system is real and it is terrible. Sometimes it's inmate on inmate, but a lot of times it comes from the officers. And we have to do better. The school to prison pipeline is real, and we have to do better. Some of these guys are getting, or guys and girls are getting sentenced when they're 15, 16, 17 years old, and they're getting sentenced as an adult, sometimes to life, and they're kids. We have to do better, guys. We have to do better. Let's, consider adopting an adult and helping them learn how to be who God made them to be. And, show them what love is. Show them what respect is. Let's stop judging people based on their worst day. I wouldn't want anybody to judge me just based on my worst day. And I don't think that you would either. So let's work on remembering that these men and women are people, number one. They were children at one point, number two, and they deserve love and respect and a second chance. If they're doing their time and they come out into society and they've done what the judicial system said that they should do to pay for their crime, then we need to give them a second chance to be a better person. And that's on us. So, thank you for watching this video. My next video will be a little bit about the emotional roller coaster that goes along with having someone that you love in prison. So I hope that you will subscribe to watch and that you will continue to follow me on my journey. And I hope that I can help you on yours if you're on a similar journey. We can all get through this together. And we need to start making some changes, like some real changes. So let's stand together and let's be a voice for those who have been forgotten. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.